Okay, here we go.
It's You Gotta Be Kidding Me with Tony Perkins and Gary Stein. No, they're not related. They're just good friends. And now, here's Tony and Gary.
That would be us. Hello there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the historic 10th episode. We have hit a milestone, Gary Stein. Episode 10.
That's pathetic. Okay, if you think that's a milestone, that says that we aren't that successful. You don't really want to give that away, right?
No, I think 10 is a big number, and so we're there, and, things are rolling, and, things are happening.
Listen, we're going to go way past the 184 episodes we did for the last series.
Wow, yeah, that's right? A lot of episodes. That really...
we'll be in wheelchairs, but I see it happening,
I do, too. I hope so.
Do you want to comment on the pink shirt that I brought for extra energy in case you feel a little logy?
Well, I'm wearing a yellow shirt, and it's not bright, but I think the combination is good. But yes, your shirt is really, really pink. It's almost kind of glowing. What's going? Is it like neon pink?
It is a little bit neon. I wanted it to go along with the natural glow that I have, so I thought the shirt and me. How can we lose?
Together, okay? Yes. Well, you look fantastic. I love
you.
the shirt.
Thank you.
Very, very loud pink. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is a special episode because, pardon me, because I'm going to be congested the whole time. No. We have a guest today, an official guest.
Yes, a real guest. A living, breathing, non-AI guest. Yes.
My light just went out. What's happening?
What if we told you pay the bill?
Yeah, exactly. Do you think the glow of the pink shirt was actually too much electricity? Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I got to ask a question that normally I don't ask. How do I look?
Because you look good, but you look darker. Don't take that the wrong way.
Darker.
Sinister.
Okay, hey, Rob, can you come up for a second and you and Gary chat? I'm going to go behind the screen here and see if I can get this light working.
Oh,
this is funny. This is funny, Gary. I saw the same thing on Channel 4 last week. His light went out and he had to leave the anchor desk to go fix it. A lot of budget cuts over there.
Oh, boy, yeah. There's we don't have do we have a gaffer on this show or anybody who can actually...
That's always been my nickname. I don't know if it's a title. But no, we do not have a gaffer. You guys handle a lot of your own production, and I think that's great.
We do. Now, for emergencies like this, Tony's back, but for emergencies like this, do you have an up-tempo ballad and a contemporary monologue?
I'm back.
I do.
I'm back.
I can do 2 celebrity impressions, and also I can do crowd work. Gentlemen, you're on your own.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, so my light is out. It won't come back on. Now, here's the deal, folks. Yeah. See, now I don't like the way I look. We've been together here for 40 minutes, and the light was fine, and then we start the show and the light goes out. So.
Well, that's when you start going, why me? Because that's what happens with like everything that goes wrong. Yes. You go, okay, but why did this happen to me?
I am not doing it this time.
Who else has a light that goes out except me?
You and I had a nice talk recently.
We did.
You've kind of put me in a different frame of mind, and I'm going to try to stick with that. All right, now the
your light is
doing,
back. Your light is back.
No, it's doing like a disco effect.
Okay. Can you do a Donna Summer song?
I'm just last dance. Last chance for love.
Can you make it happier?
So the answer is no, he can't.
and I picked the least disco song that she ever did.
Really, it's got that long intro,
All right. So as I was saying, we have a guest on this week's episode.
Yes, we do.
Gary has booked the guest. He won't tell me who it is.
No.
I'm just going to ask you outright.
Sure.
And you have to be honest because I know you like to surprise me.
Yeah.
Is it Ringo Starr?
No.
No, it's not for real.
No. It's you see, you ruined it. It might be Pete Best.
Oh, I would take Pete Best.
It can't be Stu Sutcliffe.
No, he's gone. I'm surprised you remember his name. That's pretty good.
You know what? The person that's coming on the show is bigger than any Beatle could possibly be. What are the Beatles?
Really? Okay, there's your tease, folks. Gary, you've got a green screen up. Let's go ahead and set the stage. What are you going to bring up today?
well, I don't like to be pushed. I mean, you should probably just let me decide whether or not I want to put up a green. I mean, this is a very organic show. I have to feel the fact that I want to put something up. And what you didn't say today, could I talk, please? So what you didn't say today that you always say is, you look absolutely marvelous.
That is true.
In the
That is
green.
true. Yes.
And why go to a green screen? But I'm going to.
Okay.
Because
All right.
I want to show you a shining moment in the life of Gary Stein that actually wasn't that bright, because whatever I did basically got cut. But here I am.
I know what this is.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is the movie, The Warrior. Is it The Warriors or just Warriors?
It's The Warriors.
The Warriors. And
I think.
I think it is.
Yeah.
And you were in a gang in that movie. This is one of Gary's acting roles. That's you right behind your shoulder in the bowler hat, right?
Yep. Right there. That's me. That's me right there. Yeah. This is
What year is this?
79.
Wow.
And listen, there were a million people that were cast as extras in this movie.
Mhm.
I auditioned. I had a part. I had lines. Other people that I know very well can identify with this situation.
Okay.
And then when I went to see the movie, I was in the opening credits. I saw myself, which is this shot in the opening credits, and I never made a comeback again.
Oh, no.
But the gang did. We were called the Hi-Hats, and we were dressed like mimes. And if you made fun of us, we killed you. What?
Wait a minute. You were a gang? First of all, you do look like you guys are Broadway dancers. You were a gang dressed as
I take
mimes?
exception to that, okay? We are not gypsies. We are not. None of us had to learn like a tap step or anything for this. We were tough guys.
And what was your name? What was the name of the gang?
The Hi-Hats.
This is the lamest gang ever.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You guys set yourselves up by choosing that wardrobe.
But all the way through the movie, I was doing the wall thing, and somebody pushed me over when I was standing on one leg and doing a mime thing. And I was cut, but I worked for like 2 weeks on this movie.
And you had lines and everything.
I did.
I wonder if there's if the DVD. Do you have the DVD?
Yes.
Are there bonus scenes? No. Because you looked. I'm sure you looked.
Right. I looked under a category that I thought would be there called better scenes that were not used in the film, and it wasn't there. No.
Wow.
And it was directed by a guy who became like a gigantic director. It was directed by Walter Hill.
I know that name.
And I wanted to complain to Walt later on, but I couldn't find him. And then when I found his office number once, and he didn't return the call. It's like,
now, I know you're joking, I hope,
I
because I can imagine you calling him.
No, I didn't call him. No.
Okay, all right.
No. I just let him live with his mistake.
So, now, since you never reappear in the movie, but you're in the opening credits, and did you get a credit, like, at the end of the movie? Or no, because you weren't in it?
A very similar thing happened to me in Nighthawks, a Stallone film, and I did get a credit. In this movie, I don't actually think I did, because ultimately, with no lines, even though I had a production contract, you're kind of relegated to extra category, extra status.
Yeah, so they don't. Yeah, you don't.
How did they treat you on Remington Steele?
Very well. Very well.
You're had lines on Remington Steele.
I mean, I had a chair that said Pierce Brosnan on it. I sat for a moment in the Stephanie Zimbalist chair, and she asked me to get out of it.
I'll be totally honest, Gary. I went into my YouTube TV and searched Remington Steele and found your episode, and I didn't want to pay to rent it, but I want you to know it's there.
Well, did you watch it?
Wow.
No, I didn't want to pay.
I don't need that. I told you, that's really nice of you. If you had ever been successful enough to be on a television show, I would have watched you. But listen, I told you last week that I have the box set, and I'm going to send you my scenes.
Right.
I would love to see them.
Now,
I don't think I've ever seen.
You don't love it well enough to see it,
right?
Because you would have seen it.
How much did it cost to rent? $1.99?
I think it was $3.99.
Do you need
$3.99.
do you need the $4? Tony will give it to
be
you.
honest, Tony won't.
So can I tell you a little behind the scenes tidbit about
Yes.
making the movie?
Yes.
All right, folks.
It's-
So when I was making, let me lean forward. When I was making Warriors, there were dozens and dozens of supposed gang members, right? There were hundreds of us, and when we were shooting all through the subways of New York, it was really quite an experience. And at lunch, you would just pick a table and go sit with people who were dressed as all kinds of different gang members. So for this first or second lunch I had there, I say hi to everybody. Tony Perkins.
Yes.
You
that's
know
right.
that.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So I sat down at a table, and this was the Hells Angels gang. They're all wearing Hells Angels jackets and all of that. And I sit down and we're starting to eat, and I go, hi. And somebody looks over at me and goes, hi. And I said, I'm Gary. I'm in the hi-hats. And one of them said, yeah, we can tell with the clown white makeup that you're in. And I said, well, you're playing the Hells Angels. That's great. That's great. And somebody, I think that we were talking for a while. They got a little friendlier. And I said, you guys, you look fantastic. You really do. I mean, I don't think I really look like a gang member, and I realized I'm the only one talking. It's like
boy.
nobody's really, and they all say, yeah, we got to get back to the set. They get up, and this other guy sits down, and he said, you do know that they're all real Hells Angels, don't you?
Oh.
And I said, no. And this guy said, Walter Hill hired a ton of real New York gang members. And those are real Hells Angels, and I was wondering if you were going to piss them off, because he was listening to me, And I think, we're all actors? I have a SAG card. Can I show you? And they're like tolerating me, but not really enjoying it all that much.
Hey guys, your costumes are really good.
You look great, really.
They're not costumes. That is funny.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say they were method actors and just staying, in character.
They were. They were method. They were like,
Who starred in The Warriors?
Michael Beck.
I don't remember him.
Yeah, there were not a lot of like big names.
Okay.
David Patrick Kelly played the bad guy, and he wound up. You would know his face.
Didn't he play Doogie Howser later?
What's wrong with you? Really, what's wrong with you? Because I mean, you already knew that you were wrong. That was just for comedic effect, but it wasn't that funny. So anyway,
it was funny.
No, it was very funny. It was very funny. I give you grief. Doogie Howser. Okay. He's the one who goes, and I thought he was overacting like crazy. If you watch it now, Warriors stands up, but when he says, Warriors come out to play.
I remember that.
It's really creepy and but creepy like bad acting.
Yeah.
And yet I can't knock him because he worked all the time. He did work all the time.
And he wasn't cut out of the movie. So
Is
that that's him?
That's Michael Beck. That's Michael Beck.
Oh, I know Michael Beck's face. Yeah.
He had a pretty good career. Now he's probably older than us.
Yeah. Well, I love seeing a still from the movie that you were in, but not quite. And in Nighthawks. Now, are you in? Aren't you in? Don't I see you in Nighthawks?
Yeah.
Like, quickly.
Okay, so Nighthawks, I worked for 4 weeks.
Wow.
We were Roosevelt Island tram hostages. I'll bring that up the next time, but in an equal kind of situation.
Also cut.
Stallone was directing it, although he was not officially the director. He wouldn't let the director direct, and he wound up getting fined something like $100,000.
Wow.
This was after Rocky II. He wasn't that nice.
Wow.
And he made me do a couple of things that I'll explain it. That's David Patrick Kelly.
Oh, okay.
You know that face?
Rob
He's always a bad guy.
Rob has just put some pictures up of these older actors. I don't remember him so much, but yeah, you're right. He wasn't Doogie Howser. Okay. Sorry.
This is gonna screw us up getting Neil Patrick Harris, because I've got him lined up for the show, and I think he's not gonna do it now. And he also doesn't like to be referred to as Doogie Howser
No,
when
he
he's had
does not.
a pretty big career.
Right, that's right, and good for him. He's had a fantastic career.
Why don't you bring up Clara's Heart with Whoopi Goldberg, which was his first film when he was like 2?
Now, how do you know that? Why do you know that?
Ask Rob why he knows everything about every movie that ever came out.
You guys,
we don't have lives. We don't have lives.
You guys should do a movie show, a movie podcast.
There's
Neil Patrick Harris. Rob is on it, boys and girls. If you're not watching, and I remind you that we are also a YouTube TV show.
Please go to YouTube. Go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube. You can everything that you hear us do, you will see us do, and as you regularly, great pictures come up. And sometimes bizarre effects like we just had.
And the people that are watching right now will have seen that Neil Patrick Harris and David Patrick Kelly are twins.
Yes, right. Also, if you do go to the YouTube channel and you start here with episode 10, please know this is not my usual lighting. I usually have good lighting, but my ring light went out.
I thought this was the lighting of the future.
Well, it might be if I can't find another ring light.
What?
All right.
Tony, you usually have footlights like for the theater. They're not up today either. They light up your chin. They light your chin up.
That's right. I look more purplish with this light.
I just think you look black.
Moving on.
Okay.
All right. Can I just mention one thing real quick? I'm throwing a little monkey wrench in here just to get a quick little news item in. On the last episode, we played Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr's new song, "Home to Us."
Mm-hmm.
Great song. Love it. Check it out. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
It debuted at #1 on the iTunes Top Songs chart. Now, things are different than when you and I grew up and it was the Billboard chart. That's still out there, Hot 100 chart, but there's so many charts now. And he and Ringo #1 on the iTunes Top Songs chart. That's a big deal. Great for them.
It is.
Fantastic.
But I'm surprised you brought it up because until we get Ringo on this podcast,
The Beatles.
I wasn't going to mention it. Now, I don't mean to be petty, but I wasn't going to bring it up until he actually comes on the show because, that's just me. That's me. I'm different than you.
Well, there may be 3 other albums out before then. So, and Ringo's album, Long, Long Road, which you can see behind me on my little record display there, is #9 on the Billboard album chart. Fantastic.
You can see it if you have binoculars.
Tony. I know. It's the
you don't have to
CD.
be, young. Yeah. But I like this album, by the way. I really do. Yeah.
It's a good album.
Yep.
Question for you, Tony,
Yes.
since we are both Beatles nerds, and you probably are aware that Paul is going to be the musical guest tonight. We're recording on Saturday.
Yes.
Tonight on Saturday Night Live with the unfortunately chosen Will Ferrell.
Oh,
do you think Ringo will be on?
I do.
I predict that he will.
I said on NBC4 where I work in the mornings. Yes, I because we promote Saturday Night Live, and I said on the air, don't be shocked if Ringo Starr is not a surprise guest because they've got a single out right now.
Yeah, I would think that he would be. I think they will debut him in a sketch, and then he will do the musical act, and I bet they do an oldie in the second slot. That's how
normally I would say that would happen. The only reason why I'm fairly sure it won't is because before Ringo does just about anything, he gives me a buzz.
That's right.
And he lets me know that don't tell anyone because he knows I won't. I'm completely trustworthy. I never heard from him today. It's still early. He could give me a ring, give me a buzzaroo.
Hey, Gary.
Just a little schmooze.
Gary Stein, it's your friend Ringo. I'm going to be on Saturday Night Live tonight, but don't tell anyone.
I won't tell anybody, Ringo. Right. Have you told Barbara? Does she know?
Barbara who?
Yeah.
All right. So Gary, as you all know, recently traveled to Los Angeles and did some very interesting things But
how do you know? How interesting? Okay,
I'm just assuming. I'm assuming because if you're in LA, I know something's going on.
Yeah.
You on your trip back though, you encountered something when you got to the airport that you thought was rather odd, particularly. Since we've discussed this topic before on this show.
You will understand why I say that this pissed me off before I even tell you what happened, because you and I have complained so much about things that are happening now where, you have to review everything. You have to do a survey on everything. Everything you do in your life requires that you tell people how well they did, So
Please tell us.
literally on the way to LA, we had to go from Newark Airport because we couldn't run there, And so we get to our gate, and I thought, well, before we get on the plane, I think I'll go hit the men's room, which is right at our gate. I went to the men's room, and on the way out, there was a bathroom attendant, which I did not expect because you don't see that very often.
No, not at
The
airports,
bathroom,
especially.
no, and the bathroom attendant said, "Excuse me, do you have time to take a survey on how well your experience went in the bathroom?" And I said, "Is this a joke?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Am I the only one that's ever said this to you? But aren't most people running for a plane? And you think that I've got time to take a survey?" He said, "We have a way of working that out. Here's my card, and call. Here's the number, and you can take the survey at your convenience." Now, I never would have done that if we didn't have a podcast.
Right, of course.
All right. So
Can I
here's
ask you, what did it say on the card?
it said bathroom attendant, bathroom survey. Didn't have a name. Bathroom attendant, survey for a good time call. Didn't say that, but I said, call this number. And I thought, I'm never calling that number. But then I thought, everybody has to have a job.
Right.
And it's not his fault that people are doing surveys in public bathrooms.
Right.
But it's the height of audacity. Yes. It is incredibly audacious to me that something I'm just trying to use big words. That something like this would happen. But then I felt bad, and I said to Rob, "Is it okay if we bring on the bathroom attendant?"
That's our guest.
And we maybe we could. That's the guest I got that I said was bigger than the Beatles. Okay, it's not. But he means well. He means well.
Okay.
So I thought he can introduce himself. I don't know his name.
All right. So Rob, you have reached out. Now let me just tell you, Gary told me he was in LA and he met someone. And he's going to book him on the show. And of course, I thought, Pierce Brosnan, because you have a history with him.
Yeah,
Sylvester
that's
Stallone,
easy. I could have
Doogie
gotten
Howser,
any. Yeah, Doogie. Doogie said yes, and then Neil Patrick Harris said yes also. So,
but no, here's your guest. Okay, Rob, do we have him? The bathroom attendant from Newark. He's from the Newark Airport.
Newark Airport.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Terminal A. Terminal A.
And his name is Sam, apparently, or is that a name that you go by? You look very distinguished. Hi there, sir. What is your name?
Hello.
Hello.
Dr. Lionel Brunswick.
Dr. Lionel Brunswick.
It says Sam up there. I don't. You're Dr. Lionel Brunswick?
I had a bit of a problem with the police, and I had to change my name on certain occasions.
You're hanging out in men's rooms handing out cards. I'm not shocked by that.
Lionel Brunswick. That name is familiar. Why is that name familiar to me?
Well, a number of years ago, I was on the show and I spoke with both you and Tony. Gary reached out to me and said that Tony had a wee bit of a problem with...
a wee bit of a problem?
A wee bit of a problem with his... basically obsession with an older automobile.
Oh, that's right. I remember this.
Yeah, but you weren't very good.
Well,
you weren't very good.
Well, thank you.
So
thank you.
Why?
Thank you very much.
Dr. Lionel Brunswick. Are you a psychiatrist or psychologist?
I am
He's a bathroom attendant.
I'm a psychiatrist / bathroom attendant. That was my specialized area of medicine, was patients who had problems with relationships. One of the patients was married to a toaster oven, which was complicated. It was, and took me a long time to work with that person on it. It was complicated because not only were they married to a toaster oven, but they were cheating on the toaster oven with Mercury Montego. So it was
wow, that's pretty bizarre.
Yeah,
and married to a toaster oven, you could incur some terrible injuries.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, yeah. So how did you get into, why are you hanging out, if I may say, in bathrooms now? That doesn't sound good, but
No.
apparently you're doing some work.
Yes. I've been hired to hopefully provide the ultimate experience for travelers in a airport men's room. And also, as I said, as you saw the name Sam pop up there,
Yes.
I had a little difficulty with the medical board and the local police. So I
It's not a
had,
good combination.
yes, I had the option of basically working in a men's room or going to the Slammer for 2 years. So I opted for men's room survey work.
Okay.
Well, what's with the survey? What's the story with the survey? I mean, we're busy people.
Well-
No one's got time to take a survey.
You want to provide an experience for everybody who comes in there. That is the best possible experience. Also, I sort of like it.
That could get you in trouble, Doc.
Dr. Brunswick, be careful.
I did get into trouble. But yeah, I do it for medical reasons, only for medical reasons, for the benefit of science.
So what's an example? Sorry, go ahead, Tony.
Well, I mean, what are you expecting? Because particularly, I can understand this if you were like in a restaurant restroom, but in an airport, people are trying to get in and get out.
Well, that's true, but you still want the experience to be special. You want it to be as special as you possibly can.
I didn't care about my experience.
Well, if you had taken the survey like a person that, has some kind of feelings and some understanding of what I'm trying to do with my life, maybe been different.
I was trying to get to a plane. I mean, so are you here to do the survey now?
Yeah, can we do the survey?
I am. I have a certain quota of surveys that I have to turn in every weekend.
Okay. Can I just say before you do the survey, I don't like your attitude. I don't.
He's a professional.
You're kind of condescending is what I'm feeling. And you're on my show with my show and Tony's show, and all right, but do the survey. I mean, I guess that's why you're here, and I was trying to do a nice thing.
Okay, so we have a series of multiple choice questions.
That meant nothing to him, apparently. Yes, doctor, go ahead.
No, I'm oblivious to anything he says. Professional training has taught me that when I deal with crazy people as a psychiatrist, I just block.
Wait a minute.
I love the way you're slipping that in, and you still want me to do the survey.
I do, because as I said, I have a quota that I have to turn in every week,
That's not how you refer to your patients, as crazy people.
No.
Boy,
this is slip of the tongue.
Were you disbarred? Were you disbarred? Did you have a psychiatrist degree?
No, I was not disbarred.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Still managed to hold on to the degree. Okay. All right. So give us a survey. Yeah, we'll take it.
Hanging on to that degree also. But so as I was saying, we have some multiple choice questions and some true and false questions. We'll start with an easy one.
Okay.
What is your priority when selecting a urinal? A, height. B, location. C, urinal cake color or aroma.
So people care about this?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
I have an answer. I actually have an answer of those three choices.
Hold on. Let me get a pencil here so I can jot it down.
Okay.
And yes, what is your answer? B or C?
So it was height. What was B?
Height.
B.
Location.
You have an answer, but you can't remember the categories?
I'm going to go with location. Location. And I'll tell you why. Because when I go in, and I think most men do this, I go in and I try to be, alone or relatively by myself. Okay.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. I'm not going to go right next to someone else who's already
You're going with location.
Yes. Gary?
Yes, Gary.
I guess it says something about Tony, but I guess you don't have time to put all this together. So maybe
I have another question in my survey, which deals exactly with what Tony was talking about there.
All right. Okay. All right. So
I'd like to hear your answer first.
Well, I'm trying to give it. Okay. Tony, I hope he never comes back.
But let me explain something to you, Gary.
What?
He's a professional. And
But
you
he's
said he has an
annoying.
attitude, but you have a little bit of an attitude. You have to be open to new experiences.
Oh, I am. I'm going to go to a different podcast. Oh my God.
We're showing a picture now of your typical restroom. And so there's the height
That is
question.
in LAX.
That is
Yeah,
in
that
LAX.
is,
LAX
that's not
restroom,
ours.
yes.
That's not the one from Newark. No,
Okay.
no.
All right.
Well, let me answer the question, okay?
Yes.
Because I might surprise you. Here's the thing. Smells really are very important to me.
That's right.
So if I walk into a restroom and I'm not smelling the aroma from the urinal cake, but I'm smelling an aroma that is not pleasing to me, I just leave, and I realize that I can probably just do my business on the plane. Now,
That's better.
so, if there's a smell that is, like, to me, very human, but not appropriate, because I don't produce that smell, I will stay if the aroma from the cake is a nice one. And if it's not, I'm out. I'm just out.
Gotcha.
Well, I have a question which is definitely relates to that.
If you can speak faster, I might
You
answer it.
see a coworker in the bathroom,
Yeah.
and the place reeks. What is the acceptable greeting? A, hey. B, a nod. Or C, you might want to see a doctor for that. Think about that. Take your time.
All right.
Take your time.
All right. Can I add to your answer? Because I would say, because I'm a little demure, but I would probably say, hey, Stinky, you need to see a doctor. Is that okay?
I'll add that as a possible D to put on survey that they might want to consider adding that to the question. Good answer. Good answer.
I would suggest there's definitely something wrong with the person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like confrontation. I would just say, hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey is always good. Hey is always good.
Yeah.
Now, I have one last question, multiple choice question. This is
okay.
Going back to Tony's concern about location in the urinal department.
Yeah.
5 urinals, someone is using number 1. Where do you go? A, number 5, which is commonly referred to as maximum buffer. B, number 3, which is referred to as standard acceptable buffer.
Yes.
Or C, you go to number 2. Number 2, right next to the guy, which is commonly referred to as psychopath buffer.
Well, I won't let that influence me.
No, don't.
No.
Don't let that influence you.
You might be surprised based on my earlier answer. I'm going to go to 3.
3?
Because to go to 5 suggests that thank you, Rob, that I'm maybe a little overly afraid of being next to the person, or maybe there's something wrong with me that I don't want them to see.
Making a strong comment by number 5. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Gary?
I'm surprised you didn't say that if you're at number 2, it's considered possible, looking for a date. But so, I mean, you didn't say that, so I'm not going to go with that. I will go with number 5, or if the first stall is open, I might just pee there.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I don't like people knowing that I have to do any of that.
I agree. I'm a stall man myself.
Are you?
Really?
A stall man myself.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that say about you, doctor?
I'd rather not say. I'd rather not comment on that. My lawyer advised me not to comment on it. But,
wow.
Okay.
All right.
Wow, that's
Let's move on to true and false here.
Okay.
Now, this is in relation, it's very pertinent to the comment that Gary just made. Making eye contact with another man through the stall door is a valid way to build a lifelong relationship. True or false? Think about that.
I have to say that because that's the way I met Tony, I'm going to have to go with true.
I'm going to go false. I'm going to go false.
Well, all right. Well, that's good. a little bit of a dichotomy there. You both have different approaches to life, and that's good.
Yes.
Good. That's
yes.
Yeah.
Well, Gary does speak to everybody.
That's
so
what
there
makes
you
the
go.
show work, is that different energy that you bring out to the world. I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. All right.
All right. Now here's our last question.
I'm exhausted. Okay.
Checking your reflection in the men's room mirror for more than 3 seconds will make everyone else in the room question your motives. True or false?
Huh.
Could be that you're concerned about the way you look.
Yeah.
Or
what?
Or it could be the problem that I had, which landed me in a lot of problems with the law and the medical.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna say what's the length? 3 seconds?
3 seconds, yes.
And what are my choices again? Oh, true or false?
Your choices are true or false.
Right. I'm gonna say false.
False. Okay.
I think it's normal, to look in a mirror for longer than 3 seconds. Gary?
I'm going to say true. No, I'm going to say false, because I will look in a mirror just about anywhere. And and very often, if I'm alone and I find a mirror, I'm looking. So it has got nothing to do with anybody else. I mean this in the best of all possible ways.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get enough of me.
Your face. Yeah.
Or all of me. I can't get enough of me. In general.
We have one last bonus question.
Okay.
All
A
right.
bonus question on a survey?
Bonus question on this. And
You'll have to let us know how we did when this is over, because I'm, just
Are you scoring us?
No, I don't. I purely all I do is mark down the answers. I don't have any.
Do you turn this into anybody?
Of course I do. I get paid for it, so I have to turn them in. That's how I make my living. If you drop your phone in a public urinal, this is a true or false. You drop your phone into a public urinal, you must leave it there, join witness protection, and start a new life in Bismarck, North Dakota. True or false?
I got to go with true.
True.
This is a little known fact.
Yeah,
it
true.
is true.
Yes.
That's absolutely true.
That's absolutely
Yeah. And
a fact.
frankly, that's what you would want to do anyway. I'll tell you what, there is no way, if I drop my phone in a public toilet, especially at an airport where people are just, they don't care. They're just, they're at their worst in terms of neatness and everything. No, that phone is...
Oh, forget the survey. I'm reaching
them.
my hand into the urinal, and I'm getting the phone and washing it off, because
There's no way.
how expensive phones are.
Oh my, there's no way you're doing that. I know you're not doing that.
I want to think that I am.
I hate to hear that, but
And before Bismarck, it was Washington, D.C.
Hey. Well, Dr. Brunswick, so since you just take the answers and turn them in, I guess you have no insight into our personalities or anything?
I have lots of insights into your personalities. But
anything you can share? Can you share something?
No.
I brought you on to be a nice guy, to let you do the survey. I've learned nothing.
Right.
Yes.
And
that's the way it should be. That's where I.
Wow.
That's what all my patients said at the end of the session. Also, is I've learned absolutely nothing, and I said yes.
And you still have your license?
I do as a matter.
Okay.
It's a fish.
How long is
fishing license? But it is a license.
Well, that explains everything. That explains everything.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Lionel Brunswick, thank you very much for joining us. I hope the community service, because that's what it sounds like, continues to go well.
Yeah, me too.
And yeah. And
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
If I ever see you in another men's room,
Yes.
I don't think you're safe.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
I'm just sharing my
Lionel,
feelings. Yeah. All right.
Dr. Lionel Brunswick, everybody. We're going to take a quick break, and then we will come right back with more of You Gotta Be Kidding Me, which is really how I feel about this. You gotta be kidding me.
I hated having him on. I really did.
We'll be right back.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program. You Gotta Be Kidding Me. No, I'm not kidding you. It really is an outstanding program. It's called You Gotta Be Kidding Me with Tony and Gary.
Thank you, Donnie Simpson. Love you, man. Welcome back to You Gotta Be Kidding Me. Tony Perkins, Gary Stein. During the break, I fixed my light so I look better. If you're watching us
Should
on
we do
YouTube,
the whole show over again?
Let's start over again. Let's book Dr.
Yes,
Brunswick.
never again. No.
No, I think we'll have them on again. So, if you listened to the last version of our show, you recognize the name and the voice of Dr. Lionel Brunswick. Obviously, maybe it's not so obvious. He is not actually a psychologist or psychiatrist. Thank God, yes. He is actually an actor and writer and one of Gary's best friends. You guys have been friends for how long? I mean,
we met in '82. We didn't like each other, but by the end of the show that we met in, we were.
I'm coming on now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sam in Graphia. Sam, and let me say this. I don't know if you remember this, Sam. Sam is right now the only member of the Not Ready for Podcast Players.
Yes. Yes.
And it is so great to see you.
Thank you.
I think it's okay.
So you when you first met, you didn't like each other, but then you grew.
Well, okay. I'll tell you this quickly. No, we haven't. Quickly, I was a replacement for a guy who left in rehearsal, and I auditioned for the play. I first thing I did in L.A., I walk in and I say to everybody, "Hi, I'm Gary. I'm playing Harry. Hi, I'm Gary. I'm playing Harry." And I go up to Sam and I go, "Hi, my name's Gary. I'm playing Harry." And he goes, "Yeah, good." And he walked away, and I thought, I hate that guy, and there were like 12 people in the show, and it took place in a diner, and the director was saying, "Everybody, I'm placing all of you at tables." And he pointed to people and made them sit at various tables. He pointed to me and to Sam, and he said, "You're both sitting at this table upstage center." Oh, wow. So I sit down at the table and I look at Sam and I go, "Hi." And he went like, "Hi." And
this is completely untrue.
Sam, how do you remember this moment? Or do you?
Come on, Sam. Come on, Sammy.
Do you remember this the same way?
Well, sort of. I was a very serious thespian at the time, and I didn't realize that I was being sort of a jerk. But
you were deep in your role.
I was doing some sense memory, and he kept going, "Hi, I'm Gary. Hi, I'm Gary."
He wasn't doing sense memory. He was trying to remember his name. And we listen. There was a lot of in this play. We had to make believe we were talking to each other. So it started out with like, you're going like, and then it devolved into, "You want to go to Dupar's when the show's over, or do you want to go over to McDonald's, or where do you want to go?" And then this is not really fair, but we would say, why does somebody who looks like that have to sit in the front row? Yeah. And then
really
during the show. And then one of us would go like, "Wait a minute, I have a cue. I have to go do my lines." And we both had monologues, and we both come back to the table and say, "How do you think it went? How do you think it went?" "No, it was good. It was better last night, I think. It was a little bit better."
That's funny.
Yeah. And then we went out every night after the show, and then when the show was over, Sam said to me, "Do you write?" And I said, "I have no idea." And he said, "Well, I want to write spec scripts for television. I've been writing. Maybe we could get together sometime." And we became writing partners.
Wow.
And the funny part of that story is I said, I want to write spec scripts for television, never having written a spec script for television, to the point where when we started writing a spec script for television, I had to go to Samuel French and buy a little book that told you how to format a script, because we didn't know what the format was supposed to be. We didn't have a computer. We had a typewriter.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
And so we were typing with our typewriter, and I never learned how to type, but I was always the typist because Gary would walk around saying funny things, and I would be typing. So that was how our writing partners.
But he typed with
yeah.
2 fingers.
I still do.
And
I still do.
and I would be saying things, and he would go, "Wait a minute," and I was thinking, "I won't remember this in 30 seconds," you know?
Yeah.
But we were great writing partners. We never had a fight. We wrote so much television, it's good and bad. And a lot of stuff on spec and a million adventures.
And this is the thing, and both of you know this. And earlier in the show, Sam, we were talking about Gary being in The Warriors and other movies, and you can almost make a living almost making it. You can write spec scripts that or screenplays that get optioned and you get paid for, and they end up not getting made. You can be acting in projects and then get cut out, but you still get paid for whatever you did. That's a weird kind of business.
Oh no,
it's a very weird business where you can fail constantly and still make some money. But in the days when Sam and I started, option money was more apparent, more abundant, right, Sam? I mean,
well, I just remember there were times where we said we have to come up with a new idea because we need more option money. we needed $1,000 because we had to pay the rent or do whatever it was.
Right.
It was like,
we had one day where we said that, came up with the show, went out and pitched it, and got it optioned, and wound up with $2,000.
Wow.
Which our wives were very happy about, frankly.
And then when we first were doing it, we didn't have an agent. And so we had a lawyer who negotiated the option deal for us, and we ended up losing money on it.
Because you had to pay the lawyer.
We paid the lawyer more than we got as the option. And we thought, this is a good move. This is working out well.
This is the side, because when it comes to this business, your business in particular, acting and writing and all that kind of thing, all people see is the stars on the talk shows, Kelly Clarkson, The Tonight Show, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But there are thousands and thousands of people who also are working, also making a living, who aren't quite having that level of success.
Oh, no.
But continue to plug away at it, which is it's fascinating to me, and it's great.
You know what's crazy? As actors and writers, as we were, even though we were bumping along most of the time, we were still doing better than 90% of the people in Actors Equity, Screen Actors Guild. Sam and I were both in the Writers Guild as well. And even though we think, we're in forgive me, Dr. Brunswick, we thought we were in the toilet. We were doing better than most people.
Sure.
Oh no, we were doing one show, and we tried to get all of our out of work actor friends in it. It was a hidden camera show, and we put all the actors that we knew in all the bits in it, and they were so excited to be on television. The two of us were like, it's not that good.
Well,
don't get too excited.
I want to talk about a project that you guys did. Before I do that, I just want to say, Sam, you for all these years, you've continued acting. You write. You're a book author as well, correct?
I am a book author. Yes.
Yes.
I have 5 novels called the Charlie McGinley Mystery Series, which are comedic mystery novels, and I have a 6th one that'll be coming out in the fall.
Okay, that's it. The Charlie McGinley Mystery Series.
Yes.
Okay. And people can look that up on Amazon or wherever, and
they can. It's on Amazon, or they can just plug my name in, Sam Ingraffia, and they'll all come up. Thank you for the plug.
And I want to say something else about him, because if I had waited longer, like into my old age, I might be working more. Because Sam does more acting jobs now than he ever did in his early career when we were together doing stuff and taking scenes around. Every time I talk to Sam, we were going to do this Lionel Brunswick thing last week or the week before, and he goes, "I'm sorry, I just got booked on a movie for 6 days." And I'm thinking, what's more important, But but he's working a lot.
Obviously, the movie was more important.
Yes.
Well, I got to mention something here, because you guys this is fascinating, and it's very cool, and it's amazing. You guys, you created characters, what, 40 years ago, maybe? How long ago?
Somewhere in the 80s, we started with we came up with these guys.
Yeah.
You came up with characters, Sal and Junior. Gary, were you Junior?
Yes.
No, you were. Yeah,
Yes.
you were Junior. Sam, you were Sal. And so tell everybody, you came up with these characters and you tried to develop it into a TV series. Is that?
Well,
am I explaining
the
right?
way it started is that we needed to come up with material to go to the scene showcases where you have the privilege again to pay somebody to let you do a scene in front of casting directors and agents or whatever. And we started doing a scene from Sexual Perversity in Chicago by David Mamet. If you can believe this, after a while, we were getting kind of bored and we started improvising on David Mamet to the point where there was no Mamet left. He didn't create Sal and Junior, but we started with his dialogue. And every time we went to a scene showcase, we got like appointments to meet with the director or the casting director. And we were doing so well that there was a guy who ran the showcase. We were the kings of the scene showcases in Los Angeles. This guy would call us and say, I got a really important director tonight. I really need you guys to come and do the scene. We never paid again. And we would go like, all right. Well, one time a producer came and he was the first producer to option Sal and Junior for the first time of like 10 times. We had deals at every studio.
You have to just preface this by saying we would show up at these showcases in costume.
Yes.
Gary, at the time when we first started doing it, had a Pontiac Grand Prix. So we would drive up in the Pontiac Grand Prix. We would stay in character, Sal and Junior, the entire time.
That's great.
Before we went on stage, and then do them, and then come off stage. So continue. When we met the producer,
we would drive, when we got appointments at the studios, we would drive to the studios in the Grand Prix dressed as Sal and Junior, and
it was like performance art.
Right. Yeah. That's great. And so you met this producer and you ended up doing some Sal and Junior. You shot stuff as Sal and Junior, correct?
We did, but I mean, we shot some material that was an audition to be the hosts of a television series about that. Oh, it was one of the very early music video shows called Night Tracks. Do you remember that at all?
Yeah, I do remember Night Tracks.
Okay, so we auditioned to be the new hosts of Night Tracks.
And there was no possible way they were going to hire us.
Although
never in a million years.
It would have been amazing because people would have watched it and gone, why are these guys hosting this music video
Exactly.
show?
And the funny part of it is the two of us are like, yeah, I think we have a pretty good shot at getting this.
Right.
Like, in what universe?
Right. So here's what I want to point out. So you guys have material as Sal and Junior
over the years,
and then you had the idea to revisit these characters. How long ago was this now? 10 years? 15? What was it?
Well, we revisited a couple of times, but the thing you're referring to, which is a YouTube series, was only about like 6-7 years ago, right?
Yeah,
Sam?
I would say 6 years ago. I don't know. Time goes so quickly, but I would say 6 years ago.
All right. So I want to show a little bit. There's Night Tracks. There's the logo for Night. I remember Night Tracks.
And we're not the hosts. That's a
no, never were. Tony, before you introduce it, you do have to say what we had that made us think that we could do this series. It's that. Go ahead.
You guys tell me.
So we had all these years of us at different ages. So we came up with the idea of calling a show The Amazing Return of Sal and Junior, as if Sal and Junior had a series previously, which they never had. But we had support video to prove that we've been around for a long time. It started when we were in our 30s, early 30s.
But you also have to preface by saying we almost did have the series.
Oh, yeah.
We had a pilot deal at Universal that didn't sell, and then we were added to another pilot that did sell, but then that deal fell apart depending on who you talk to, whether the guy got fired or quit, who was the head of production.
And
so we came very close to actually having a pilot deal. So that was sort of what kind of fueled our idea, was like, what if Sam and Gary had gotten that series?
And
now we're...
And Tony, there was a board in our executive producer's office at Universal that had the production schedule on it. We were about 2 weeks away from shooting the pilot when all this stuff was happening behind the scenes that we didn't know about. We walked in one day and we were told it's over. We said, "What's over? What are you kidder? You kidder, what's over?"
This
and
is
it was
Hollywood.
over.
This is what happens. Now, the material that you shot was great. So like you said, you've revisited Sal and Junior over the years. You did create a few years ago a YouTube series called The Amazing Return of Sal and Junior. Rob Spiewak, I want to play these are mini episodes. They're like 3-minute episodes.
They are.
Right?
Yeah.
I want to play the beginning of episode 1. You'll hear it if you're listening. If you get the chance, go to YouTube. Take a look.
Here's what we're going to do, okay? He's in the bathroom. I want you to just stay on me most of the time, okay? He sweats like a pig sometimes. It looks disgusting. He gets very nervous. In fact, the guy's got constant diarrhea. So here's what you're going to do, okay? You stay on me as much as you possibly can, all right?
You said I had diarrhea.
Oh, what?
You said I had diarrhea. We tell him I had diarrhea.
You think I'm telling him a lie?
Did you start without me?
Of course I started without you. You know what time is money, right? We're doing the show. You want to do the show?
You start without me. I'm in the toilet.
You're always in the bathroom. If I waited for you, we'd never get anything done.
See, this is when we used to do. We did a show that was very successful.
They know it's successful, all right?
You ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Come on. You're wearing the wrong clothes, but you're ready. What are you saying? We were going to wear something shiny today, remember? You said let's get dressed up. I'm wearing a tuxedo. You're wearing a tuxedo. It was good at your sister's wedding. You had the accordion there. That was nice. Come on, go home. I'm in the car already. That's all. Forget about it. I'm gone.
So this is me.
All right. That's amazing.
I could watch that forever.
It's good. And for those of you who are just listening, they cut to what seems to be a sitcom of Sal and Junior, Gary and Sam on set with a laugh. I guess it's a laugh track or a live audience, whatever. And it looks like some show from the 80s. This is brilliant to me.
Plus, you can't go wrong with an accordion joke.
No.
It reminds me of the Larry Sanders Show when they used to go from film to tape to film to indicate what was backstage. It's very
It's a
clever.
great compliment to say Larry Sanders.
Let me say something, and I've said this to you guys privately. This is, to me, such a, what they call in Hollywood, a high concept show, kind of a meta concept. And the fact that you have all these old pictures and footage, legitimate footage from the 1980s, you're not putting on wigs and trying to look young. You're young. It's you doing the thing. And then there's you reuniting sometime later and now again reuniting. I think this should be a TV show. This should be on HBO Max or Netflix or something, because if I didn't know you and I stumbled onto this episode, I read about it and turned it on, I would watch it and go, I don't remember the Sal and Junior show. What?
That was the point. That was the point.
I would be completely perplexed.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, listen, do you know anybody?
Listen, I'll do whatever I can to help you get a show, because that is really, really good. And obviously, as we see today, you guys still have this magic relationship. Sam, you're great. Here's what we're going to do. There are 8 episodes of
this, yes.
The Amazing Return. So what we're going to do, starting next week, can we run that show as a serial on our show, on this on the podcast?
No.
No, are there legal restrictions?
I think it depends on the residuals. I mean, yeah.
We'd have to talk about money and.
Oh yes, okay. Well, that's not going to happen then. So, but if you want to check it,
that would be wonderful.
Well,
Absolutely
I would love
wonderful.
to do that. But also, if you're curious enough that you want to check it out now, the show has its own YouTube channel, correct?
Well, it's on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and you type in The Amazing Return of Sal and Junior, You'll find it. I think we have a YouTube channel, but I can't remember that far back, Sam.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither.
But it's there, and we're gonna run, because they're only 3 minutes. We're gonna run the episodes until we run out of them, because this is a show that should happen. Although I know if it happens, Gary, you'll end up leaving me. But maybe you could write me into. Maybe I could be part of the new show.
There you go.
You know what? Sam and I, because we're really nice people, will arrange for an audition.
Yeah. Right. We have your agent's name. Good call.
Okay, very special. Sam Graffia, thank you for joining us on the new podcast. We love you. You're great.
A pleasure as always, boys.
And I hope you will come back, because, like I said, right now you're the only member of the Not Ready for Podcast players.
Yes, try and stop me from coming.
Sam and Graffia, everybody. Dr. Lionel
right,
Brunswick.
Sammy, I love you, buddy. I love you.
See you, boys.
Bye.
See you, man. That's
Bye.
great. Thank you so much. Oh boy, he's great. He's great. Isn't that something?
If I can be corny, which I don't usually do,
Right.
I have been so blessed to have the two best partners anybody could have. And now with Rob, there's probably a third brewing here, but I'm so lucky. I've only had two partners in my life in any artistic endeavor, right?
Wow.
Started with Sam, wound up with you, and now we're kind of all gelled a bit.
Isn't that great?
It's amazing. It's amazing. You know, it's like you and Donnie and me, and you know, it's just
It's an
terrific.
exclusive and fun club.
It is. It is. And
So everyone else go away.
no. In fact, tell your friends. Rob, isn't that great? Sal Jr., isn't that cool?
It's
That's
what
right
we
up your
say
alley.
in the pre-show. It's like stepping into a world you didn't know existed.
Oh wow. Wow.
I mean, and you've invented it it's a whole 30-year
Yes,
backstory.
It is.
And it's a blast.
Real. That's what's so great.
It's so
about it.
real.
It's
Yeah.
not AI. It's not some kind of trickery. You know, it's real. It's real old footage of Sam and Gary doing a show together. Oh my goodness.
I think the only mistake we made, guys, is that we focused on doing the show, on expressing these characters, having a great time, and we needed to create some publicity stuff to really try to get it launched. And, you know, usually people like us are not good at that sort of thing. Like, it's like, I needed somebody to kick some butt out there and get people to just watch it.
And it's hard to find the right people to do that. You and I have faced the same thing.
We have.
In some of our endeavors. I faced it. You know, I think I mentioned on one of the podcasts, my friend Kevin DeLallo and I wrote a screenplay last year. You read it,
I
Gary.
know, it's good, very good
funny.
screenplay.
Yeah. And we did what you guys did. We had to buy the book so it's in the right format and all that kind of stuff. But then you got to try to sell it. And we're not good at that, you know, and we don't have all the connections. So maybe all of this will, you know, turn into something. Who knows?
Well, I think the big thing is that we're bringing back the cereal.
Yeah.
Which is something that only dates back to the 1930s.
Exactly.
Gary, I pulled for you. I don't know if you have a theme song you want to go to, but I wanted to suggest this one. I don't know if it'll appeal to you. I thought it was good.
Gold doubloons and pieces of 8 handed down through Applegate.
Brings
from
back my
buccaneers
childhood.
who
Oh
fought
my
for
God.
years
Oh,
for
this
gold
is
doubloons and
the
pieces
cereal
of
that was
8,
on the
handed
Mickey Mouse
down in
Club,
a
right?
pirate's chest. The
Oh.
gold they sailed for east and west.
Hardy Boys.
The treasure
The Hardy.
bright
This is
Yes.
the Hardy Boys.
Yes.
till
Well,
none
they're
were
doing the
left to
backstory
buy.
of the treasure now.
Okay.
This was a
okay.
live action fun. I looked forward to this.
Now, see, this is. I'm not old enough for this, but I remember seeing clips
Stop
and stuff
bragging.
at some point.
Oh, Rob.
Pieces
Rob,
of 8. That's the whole thing. That's
you
the
are,
that's
you
the
are the man. You are the treasure chest of all things that I love from my my history.
From your youth.
so fun. And two people
I
remember.
know. I know.
Okay, we're gonna wrap things up, but before we do, I want to mention something. Last week on the show, this is odd, although
Not really.
bizarrely, it's not that odd.
Not that odd.
last week on the show, we showed you scenes from a TV show that Gary and I did called Stealing Scenes. It was on ABC News Now, and we mentioned how we came to do the show. Rob, can we listen to and show the clip from last week's show where we talk about Stealing Scenes? It went something like this. Michael Clemente, one of the producers at ABC, and he was, I think he was in charge of ABC News Now, or he was one of the people. Right.
He was.
He's the one who approached me. I said, yes, I want Gary on. He said yes, and then as they assigned a producer and everything, all that other stuff happened. Okay. Michael Clemente, who originated the show that Gary and I did, Stealing Scenes. So we record the episode. It comes out last Tuesday. That same day, we learned that Michael Clemente had just passed away.
Suddenly.
70 years old.
That's so young.
It is young. He was an executive at ABC News, achieved many things, went on to be an executive at Fox News Channel. I knew him longer than I knew Gary because early in my career, I was a desk assistant at ABC News in Washington, D.C., and Michael Clemente was a producer on World News Tonight, and I met him there.
Crazy.
And then later, when I came back to ABC and Good Morning America. So that is very sad.
It was shocking. And in an ironic way, though, we used to make jokes about the fact that when we mentioned some people's names, they passed away. When we talked about Zsa Zsa Gabor, she died suddenly.
Right.
When we talked about Carrie Fisher, she died after that. And we started making jokes. You better not offend us, because if you do, we're going to mention you on our show.
Right.
Well, here.
And I think, didn't you mention
we
Debbie
did.
Reynolds too? And they died within days of each other.
That's right. This is on the old podcast that we used to do.
And Debbie was not planning on passing away, but when we mentioned the name, then she did.
Then she thought.
Well, she never missed a gig.
Right.
They're calling me. So it's bizarre. I hope this does not continue, that we have this track record. But I wanted to pay our respects to Michael Clemente, who we just, and our condolences to him and to his family and his friends.
There are a couple of people from my Fox News experience, which wasn't long, that I would like to mention, but I'll hold on for now and see if they aggravate me again. And then I might mention them. Listen.
Don't do that.
It could happen.
You think you have a superpower now.
I do.
All I want you to, I'm not saying yes and I'm not saying no, but before you jumped on the show today, Tony, we were talking all about your ring light.
See, this is a theme. It's a theme. All right, that is going to do it for this episode of You Gotta Be Kidding Me. My thanks to Sam and Graffia. I just love him, and I see why. I'm so glad. He's great, and he'll be back again at some other point. We might want to make Donna Marshall, who was on episode 3, I think, something like that. Maybe she could be a not ready for podcast player.
She could.
She still listens every week.
She'd have to pay to be on the show, but I think we could use the money.
Right,
so,
yeah. Way to make some money.
She's offer only. I don't know how it's going to
work. Tony, do you want to tell everybody how they can watch us as we close out?
Yes. Gary has written some new language, which I didn't write down because I didn't think I would really do it. But yes, don't forget, You Gotta Be Kidding Me is a TV show. No, I've already messed it up, right? It's you say it.
Well, look, officially we're a podcast, but the other thing that we are is that we are a YouTube series. So here's the thing. If you think that YouTube series get you to go to the television to watch one, that's what we are. If you think that you calling us a podcast gets you to turn on your radio or however you listen to podcasts, that's what we are. But we are actually both. So whatever you prefer, we're here for you. We're a YouTube series, we're a podcast, and we're soon to be on the networks.
And so when you're talking to your friends and neighbors and family members about the show, kind of gauge where they are in life. And if it makes more sense to say, hey, these guys are on YouTube, just look for You Gotta Be Kidding Me, tell them that, and they'll get the whole show.
You can also say to them, they are the biggest hit show on Netflix, but you have to watch them on YouTube.
Right, that's right.
Right?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, we'll put like a fake Netflix. It'll say Netflix or something.
And
so
when we get sued, we'll
we'll
get more publicity. So
More
it's all
publicity.
good. It's all
That's
good.
We'll call it Notflix.
Netflix. That's great. Love it, Rob. Okay, all right, we're going to be rolling now, or we'll be in jail with Dr. Lionel Brunswick. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We love you. We will see you next week for the next episode of You Gotta Be Kidding Me. See ya.
Thank you for listening to another episode of You Gotta Be Kidding Me. Make sure you continue your visit on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget to like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And follow us on YouTube. This is Donnie Simpson speaking for You Gotta Be Kidding Me, a production of the Podcaster's Warehouse. And yes, I endorse this podcast. What? You gotta be kidding me.